Now, the United States and Iran, even though they are talking and negotiating, are still trading some fresh fire. Amidst a flare-up of tensions, an Iranian drone strike hit Kuwait's international airport. One person was reportedly killed and 63 others were reportedly injured. As the conflict has escalated between Tehran and the U.S. military, Iran's Revolutionary Guards have said that the attack against Kuwait, saying that it hit the Ali al-Salam air base, which hosts American helicopters, as well as the headquarters of the U.S. Fifth Fleet in Bahrain. Images showed damage at the Kuwait International Airport as fire burnt and smoke filled the air following the missile and drone strikes. The early morning attack forced the authorities to divert the flights.
هذا الحريق هذه مسيرة طاحت هني فوق أمل الكويت هذه.
The U.S. military has denied IRGC's claims. The U.S. Central Command confirmed that Iran launched several missiles towards regional neighbors, but said that all of them failed to hit their intended targets. The Kuwait's military has dubbed the attack on the airport to be an act of criminal Iranian aggression. Kuwait said that it detected about 30 ballistic missiles and drones, out of which the country engaged 13 missiles and 17 drones. Kuwait suspended air traffic after the attack and then diverted the arriving planes to other destinations. It later restarted the Kuwait Airways flights. India has condemned the attack on Kuwait International Airport, in which an Indian national has been killed, while renewing calls for an end to the war. Meanwhile, Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has issued a fresh warning for Washington. He has said that Iran is conducting self-defense strikes on American bases and other military sites, stating that the United States is actually using these sites in the Gulf nations to attack civilian ships and is violating the ceasefire.
No, I think our allies in the region have been very cooperative. Some obviously very aggressively cooperative, like the UAE as an example. Kuwait's been fantastic.
And also, the top Iranian military advisor to the supreme leader, Mohsen Rezai, has put out the statement where he said, and I quote him here, "Every shot that is fired and every attack will be met with a deluge of missiles and drones. The aggressor will be swiftly punished." Now, the warnings have followed after the Americans carried out attacks on Iranian oil tankers and also on Iran's Qeshm island, sparking retaliatory attacks on Kuwait and Bahrain. Now, this latest round of attacks marks an escalation for the oil-rich Gulf nation, which has seen relative calm since the ceasefire in the Iran war was announced in early April. The tensions in West Asia escalated after the United States carried out what it called self-defense attacks on Iran. On the 28th of May, the situation became much more tense as the U.S. struck Iranian military sites, including a ground control station in Iran's Bandar Abbas port. So as June began, Iran and the United States have continued to trade strikes. The U.S. military said that Iran fired missiles targeting American forces that were stationed in Kuwait. Kuwait has called it a dangerous escalation. On the 2nd of June, the U.S. struck an oil tanker that was attempting to sail towards Iran's Karg island. On the 3rd of June, clashes in the Gulf escalated further after Bahrain and Kuwait reported attacks by Iran after the U.S. military strikes on Iran's Qeshm island. There's still no breakthrough in the Iran-U.S. talks, but U.S. President Donald Trump maintains that talks are still ongoing and that reports of a cessation of talks are false and erroneous. Trump has said that he would like to meet with Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Mujtaba Khamenei, claiming that Tehran has agreed not to pursue nuclear weapons. He further added that the country's supreme leader is involved in the ongoing U.S. talks.